There you go. Cool. Hi, Ian. So today's tutor should be straightforward. Uh, has anyone here, have you guys already assembled all your Raspberry Pi, or has anyone here, like still waiting for your Raspberry Pi all set up? That's good. Okay, fantastic. Assembled, yes. I haven't put in SD card. That's totally fine as long as you for the. Oh, that's great, Aaron. So today, tonight's lab would be really, really, really straightforward. Head running, went down the Gold Coast, watching. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay, so tonight's tutorial, pretty much, yes, that's great. Work well, fantastic. So you might, yeah, Ian, you might be a little bit relaxing while in this tute lab, because yeah, it's still introductions. And tonight I've already created a small, like a really short PowerPoint for the Raspberry Pi. So this is the overall device for Raspberry Pi. I'm pretty sure you guys, if you attended to Paul's lecture yesterday, I believe he has already described all of them, everything. So tonight's tutorial, pretty much, I just want to, like a little bit give revise a little bit about the Raspberry Pi. So this is the Raspberry Pi 3 Model B, and the one that we use, and we don't really use the obsolete one, the Raspberry Pi 2, because of it doesn't have any Wi-Fi at all. And since it's quite difficult for me to, I'm not too sure who is running on VirtualBox Unix operating systems. I'm not too sure. Has anyone here are you guys running on a VM and install the Linux operating systems, or just run on your laptop or desktop straight away? Oh, that's good. Yeah, yeah, that's good, Sean. Yeah, that's a really good options. Like Philip, if you have a laptop with live USB, that's really good options. Because I was having an issues, because at the moment, like, I'm running on VirtualBox on top of my VirtualBox here. I'll just quickly show you here. So I'm running the Red Hat server, and in oops, I cannot see anything. Okay. Oops. Oh, my bad. I haven't shared my content. My bad. Sorry. Oops. Just give me a second. Screen one. Okay. Can you guys see now? Okay. Cool. Sorry, my bad. So tonight I remember to start the recording, but I forgot to click the share. Okay. So I'll just start it over. Cool. So this is, I just created like a really short PowerPoint. So this is the first PowerPoint. So pretty much like this is the device. So yeah, if you've attended to yesterday's lecture, Paul has definitely described everything about the Raspberry Pi 3. And so this part is the additional one, which is the wireless on Raspberry Pi 3 that you can get, but Raspberry Pi 2, it doesn't have any Wi-Fi at all. And so, I'm running at the moment. I'm running on here my VM and running Red Hat 7.6. For those of you, like if you're running on the virtual machines, I'm not too sure honestly about the Pi 4. I think the main reason why we don't use Pi 4 because Paul doesn't really have like too much exposure to Raspberry Pi 4. So he has got a really good experience on Raspberry Pi 3. So that's, I reckon, that'll be the decision why we choose the Raspberry Pi 3 Plus. In fact, in the past, I think all the students use Raspberry Pi 3 instead of Raspberry Pi 3 Plus. So yeah, that's the main reason. So I just want to share, like I was running. I'm running on the virtual machine, and I was having the issues when I want to use the DD command. Do you guys know what's the DD command? Yeah, familiar with that? The DD command? Oh, that's okay. Totally fine. Okay, so DD command pretty much. If you pretty much DD command is the command to burn the image to your USB or SD card. So it's a command line or a syntax that you use to burn the image. So man DD command. This one this one is totally different how it works with the CP command. For the CP command, when you copy a file, let's say CP file 1 to CP to file 2, pretty much it doesn't copy the block of that file, whereas like the DD command, okay, reference, yep. So whereas like the DD command, it will copy the block of your file systems. So that's why like some people, it's a joke. Some people, they say that, oh, it's very, very dangerous, and if you want to use DD, and you have to be careful, because like some other people say that, okay, DD, if you want to use DD, that's a data destroyer, because like if you, let's say list block, oops, list block. So this is all the hard drive that I have. For example, like if you wrongly type like if, which is like, this is like the source, def now, oh sorry, def 0 and then off, def and then SDA 1. If you mistakenly type this one, and it's gone. So yeah, I don't want to try this one, because like it will definitely stop up everything. So it's gone. So you have to be careful, like which device that you wanna write. In this case, you want to input the def 0, which is like the special device provided by Unix to wipe out all your devices. So in this case, since I'm having difficulties using this VM, so I borrowed my partner Mac, and then I've already taken a video So just have a quick look. The example how to use dd command and wipe out your SD card. So just have a quick look. Can you guys see this one? Okay, that's great. So this is, I'm running on Mac operating systems. So I've just restart again. So first, it's normal. I just list the file. This util list, that's, where's the pause? Oh yeah. That command pretty much here. So I've just list, that's pretty much exactly like the command that I use here, list block. So on Mac, so I just want to find out, so what's the partition that I have? What's the partitions? And I've already inserted the 128 gig of SD card. So that's why when I type this util space list, so I know that exactly this is my SD card. That's my SD card. Okay, let's continue. So I will format that SD card using the file system FAT32. So that's the command. Pretty much like I need to target to that particular disk 2, and just use the sudo, of course. So yep, it's been formatted. So finish, erase everything. So I will just make sure once again. So this is the SD card, and ls command. So this is how I copy. This is how I copy my the tonight's TuteLab. So it's slightly different from your assignment. Whereas like your assignment, you have to use the dd command to burn the image to your SD card. Whereas like tonight's lab, we are using NUPS. So you have two options. That's on your TuteLab. Two options to use which NUPS that you wanna use. So the first one is the light one, and the second one is the offline, or pretty much like you've got all the features inside that zip file. And the NUPS will pretty much like, it's straightforward. The step one, pretty much you just need to format your SD card and then unzip this NUPS file. So this is I've already unzipped all the content of the NUPS file, and you just simply copy this file to your SD card, and then it will automatically boot your Raspberry Pi. Let's have a look. So here the command, pretty much I'm saying that, okay, so I copy every single file to pretty much like I was supposed to use the star command instead of star.star, but yeah, but it's still working. So I will copy to this SD card, and then I'll go inside that volume SD card, and I'm trying to make sure whether all the files were successfully copied or not. So once I've already copy the file to SD card, so I just need to unmount. So that's how it works. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I hope it does make sense on this particular TuteLab. So you don't really have to use the the DD command at all. So pretty much it's just simply download the zip file from the link given on your TutorLab, and then just unzip all the entire file and just put it on SD card. If you're running on Windows, I'm suggesting that please do not install any software on Windows. I know it does the same thing, but since we are studying the Unix operating systems, as Paul said, we're trying to explore the end-to-end process, all the processes using Unix. So that's how you. So we're running Raspbian. We can do all this part and rewrite to. Yes, you can. Yes, Ian. If we're using Raspbian ISO file, correct. So if you're using, yeah, you can. Yeah, just give a shot. Just give a shot. Yeah. Correct. So pretty much, if you want to, so for example, if you want to run the DD command, yeah, from my understanding, as far as I know, if you want to run or if you want to boot your Raspberry Pi using the USB, you need to change the config. That's from my understanding. But you need to do some research on that one, because by default the Raspberry Pi, it will just boot from the SD card. That's by default. Okay. So that's how I prepare my SD card. Inside my SD card now it has Noops. So pretty much the next slide will be if you are new to this Raspbian thing or Raspberry Pi 3, you might face like you might face like some issues on that. So I've already listed some issues that you might face. So for example, like it's a rainbow common issues. So rainbow common issues, I'll just quickly show you the Noops installations. Hopefully, probably I'll see if I can find the rainbow Raspberry Pi. So there you go, like this one. This is what I call the rainbow issues. This one. Okay. So this is what I call as a rainbow issues. So once you boot once you turn on your Raspberry Pi 3, you will see the rainbow screen, and by default, if you have successfully burned your image, or if you successfully copy across, in this case, the Noops, like no corruptions in one of the file, you should be able to bypass the rainbow screen. So it might just take probably 1 or 2 seconds, or some of you might not even see the rainbow. But if you get stuck in that particular screen, in that particular sheet screen, so you might it could be the issues on your file inside your SD card. So that will be the first issues. The second issues, if you when you let's say when you successfully boot and get inside the Raspbian operating systems, sometimes you might see they call it like the lightning bolt, the Raspberry Pi lightning bolt. So I'll just quickly show you. This is what I meant. Raspberry Pi lightning bolt. So like a sign like this. Yeah, a sign like this. There you go. This is a good example. So some of you might see a sign like this. So it could be a couple of issues. The first one, if you, I did like the experiment. So I tried using the generic power adapter, which is the output less than what it is recommended by the official Raspberry. So that's a thing. So I was using a thing from my memory, probably 2.5 using the generic one. That's where I see all the lightning bolts. So it could be an under voltage or over temperature issues. So could be two of them. So that's just for your informations. So so the next one will be there you go. So, and again, since I do not have the webcam, so I've already made some video about my Noobs installation. So once I've done this step, so I've already copied the SD card, then yeah, I created this one. So this is what you will see during the installations. Wait, probably, yeah. So that's the rainbow thingy. And see, it's gone, the lightning bolts, because this one, I'm using the official power adapter. So that's where I did my installations. Network access, so that's what you will see. Okay, so the first thing first, I will use my Wi-Fi network, and then just punch the password on my Wi-Fi network. If you're using and connecting using your own router, it'll be so much easier. So you don't have to worry about the security rather than if you're connecting to corporate Wi-Fi. So in this case, I was just trying to install these two operating systems. The first one is the official operating systems or recommended by Raspberry org, which is the Raspbian full. And this one, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, on your second part of your assignment, you should install the LibreELEC. But in this case, you cannot use these Noobs. You cannot use these Noobs. You need to download the image of this LibreELEC. That's where you have to use your DD command. Okay, so I do installations of that one. Probably it will take, I couldn't remember, 20 to 25 minutes maybe. Yeah, 20 to 25 minutes. So once you've done your installations, and you can just simply follow. So that's once you've downloaded all the necessary package. So this is done. So once you've done all your necessary package, you need to run these two commands. And remember, the Raspbian is a Debian based distributions. So that's why yeah, you use the command sudo update. So this command is these two commands pretty much just to update your kernel, your pretty much like everything, your operating systems update. I couldn't remember. Probably it'll take half an hour, maybe 20, 25 minutes or half an hour. It depends on your Wi-Fi connections. So that's pretty much it. How we are installing the noobs. But in this case, I will just switch to the to Raspbian. Just give me a second. I'll try to unplug my HDMI. Just give me a second. Just bear with me for a while. I will just, should I share? Whiteboard. Just give me a second. Oh, no, no, I don't. Give me a second. I'm trying to plug to Raspbian. Cool. That's why. Excel. just give me a second. I'll. So if you have looked this one, that's why I created. That's the best that we can come up. Like Paul and I, we had discussion. How to show you guys? Okay, so probably the easier one. So just jump into my Raspberry Pi here, and then yeah, pretty much I'm connecting as a guest, but I've already give the privilege as for Raspberry Pi guest as a moderator. So just give me a second. I'm trying to share my. I'm trying to share. Stop sharing applications. Here I will try to share the entire screen. That's okay. Share. Can you guys see this screen? Can you guys see the screen? Yeah, I believe you can see the screen. Cool. So that's all the steps. Like the first thing, as I mentioned again, so you just unzip, copy across everything to SD card, and then just punch the SD card to your Raspberry Pi, install, and then once you install, and sudo update, sudo apt, and then update, and then upgrade, and then you will come to this screen. So what you need to do, we will do some testing by connecting from this computer SSH. So from one machine, and then I'm trying to SSH to that Raspberry Pi. So that's our case. So let's say, oops, wrong mouse. So if I do if config, maybe too small, still too small. So my IP address here, 192, yes, that's the one, cool, 192.168.0.5. Remember, you need to run this command, raspi -config, in order for you to do or explore some settings. In this case, I will try to enable the SSHD. So here, so I typed that one, and then it should be under interfacing, yep, and then SSH here. Enable, yes. Cool. Now it is SSH is enabled. The SSH server is enabled, so I just click OK, and then escape. Yep, and then I will go back here. So I will stop sharing screen from this Raspbian. This Raspbian, I will stop sharing screen, and then I will go back to my laptop. Just give me a second. Cool. So I'm going back to this one, laptop. So we'll try to ping 192. Oops. 168.0.5. Cool. Ping. So I can ping that my Raspberry Pi. So now we'll try to do SSH command. Pi 192.168.0.5. Bang. Hopefully, yep. The password will be default. Oh, it's totally up to you, but by default, the password will be Raspberry. Yes, that's the one. Ian. Raspberry. There you go. So now I'm inside the Raspberry Pi. Cool. So that's pretty much the overall. Yeah, that's right, Sean. That's the first thing that you should change. In this case, yeah, I didn't change because I was just too lazy. Okay, just yeah, it's hard for me to maintain like too many passwords just for the testing this one, so that's why I just make it easier. Yeah, Raspberry. But for you guys, yeah, I would just recommend you not to use like the default, not to use the default password. So that's pretty much. So we have covered how to install. Just give me. I will just unplug the Raspberry. So once you've installed your Raspbian, so please explore on your Raspbian operating systems. Yeah, you might find a lot of interesting stuff. Just I will check my note. What I miss? Okay, navigate. Cool. Done. Okay, while we have time, while we have so pretty much like the tute is done for this week, but while we still have time, I will just show you because it's gonna be very important for you to do your assignments. Um, um, I think one of the requirements for your assignment, you need to install the applications not by using the 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 yum command, correct? First, not by using GUI, and then the second thing, I think you cannot use for example, like I think some of them you can still use GUI, like some of them, but one of the requirements you need to compile. You need to compile from the source. That's one of the requirements. Like out of the list, like all the programs, one of them you need to compile. So in this case, I want to show you in this opportunity. I want to show you how to install the the software, the program, without without taking advantage of this particular command, because like this one is very easy. One type, yes. I don't think that you can use yum. Like out of that list, you can uh, let's say the requirements will be 10. Depending on your should be apt instead of yum. In this case, I'm just showing you yum, this one, because I'm running on Red Hat. So for example, like if you're using yum install, let's say using the CMake program. Oops. Oh, my bad. Sorry. So I should go back. So I should go back. So install CMake. So if you use the yum command, it will just install all the package automatically, including all the dependencies automatically. But in this case, let's say the version CMake. Okay, so for example, like I'm using the program CMake, and in this case, it's the version 2.8. So now we want to upgrade this CMake to version 3 by compiling the source code. So I will show you how to do it. Just give me a second. I will find. So I'm using temp, so I'll go to temp, temporary directory. So has any one of you ever used the command wget? Oh, okay. So that's it. Cool. Yeah, it's okay. I will show you wget. That's the command to download the file from the URL. So for example, like in this case, I will just use the wget command. I'll just clear. Okay, it's nothing. Wget command, and then this is the URL. The URL to upgrade to CMake 3.62. So that's download the file. Cool. So if we check, so that's the file. That's the file, and then we need to tar, pretty much just to extract. So this is extract the zip file, the zip, extract, and verbose, and then file. And what is that? The CMake. So I will just tar everything. Oops. So there you go. That's the folder. So we just need to get into the folder and see what is inside. So this is all the source code. Yeah, pretty much like the source code. If you, for example, like if you need to install the program, so this is all the source code that what you see. So here you need to find the README file here. I believe, yes, this one, the README file here. Just go inside the README and check how to check the building section. So this part, the building section, and how to install. They should be able to see this one, building CMake. CMake is the program that I want to install. So building the CMake from scratch. So you need to read this one. Pretty much they will tell you the simplest way to run this command. Yes, you can do it, but I will just suggest you to take advantage of some of the prefix. So I will show you, because like different program that you install, they will have like a slightly different way to compile or install the source code manually. But in this case, I will just show you this one. Okay, so you may use the prefix to specify your custom installations directory for CMake. Okay, so I will just take the advantage of this options. So I will run the bootstrap and then prefix. I will just install user local, I believe. Yeah, it's running. It might take a while, but yeah, just while the program is running, you might want to try playing around with your Raspberry Pi, because I would expect you guys, while I'm showing this, you can just try to install or try to boot your Raspberry Pi. So it will take a while. Pretty much if you, it's your options. Pretty much it's your options. But if you install this one on user bin, that will be in that case correct. For your assignment, I believe you can install, or you should install that one on user bin, because it's gonna be used by so because like the path is there, so you don't really have to specify the path. In this case, for this exercise, I will just use the user local in this case for this exercise. Because normally, like for the custom, it's a good practice. Like for the custom program, you normally you install the program under user. So that's for the custom. But if you use the command like like yum install or anything, that's by default. It will just look after everything and install on the bin. It'll take a while. So from the if we read again the README, that's from the one single line recommended by README. So for this exercise, we just we're trying to separate into two different comments. So now it's done. So for example, like if we open up the README again, hopefully README. If we open up the README again. So there you go. So we've done this comment. We've done one comment, but we run it with the parameters, this one, remember? Now the second thing that we need to do, we need to run the make command. Wait up until 100%. So it's compiling. That's from the C language. Oh, if you want to compile your program, I believe you need to have or you need to install your GCC, or else it's not going to work. Or probably it will just say, okay, you need to GCC command not found, and you need to install the GCC command. But I believe if you want to run your GCC command, you can just simply use the yum install GCC. Let me have a look your assignment. See, that's I check from one of your assignments. That's you need to install the new shell command zsh, but in the brackets you must compile this from source code. Come on, almost 70%. GCC, not GCC is the command to compile your C program, C code. I don't think that will be the discussion for week 4 or week 5, I believe, because from my I believe, just give me a second, you need to install. So this is how you should do on your assignment. So that's the, but I will double check again. Now you have installed your Raspbian. Inside the Raspbian, you need to install the Docker, and then inside the Docker, you will run different Linux distributions. So just have a look. Just have, if you have spare time, you might have a look about the Docker. Just have read through about the Docker. So pretty much like inside the Docker, you will install the Docker, let's say Ubuntu, for example, like in this case. So that's from Raspbian. So this is how it works. From RESTBN, inside the RESTBN, you install Docker, and inside the Docker, you will be running the. So just give me a second. I will just type. It'll be easier. So from RESTBN, you need to install the Docker. Inside Docker, you need to download the, I believe they call it Docker image from Docker Hub. Let's say you download the Docker image from Docker Hub running under Ubuntu OS, for example. And inside that OS, that's where you install all your programs. Does that make sense? So actually, you don't install your program in the RESTBN now. It's not like that. You can say that like VirtualBox, but the concept is totally different. Totally different, like the concept from Docker and VirtualBox. So I will just give you. I might just give you a better explanation next week or when we go to Docker, because it's gonna be too much. For example, like you have the RAM of your CPU. For example, let's say you have 16 GB. Let's say that's your RAM. If you're using Docker and you run the Docker image, it will just use the underlying RAM or underlying all the components on your PC. So it will just still running under 16 gig. But if you use VirtualBox, let's say you run container Ubuntu, and then you run another, they call it container Debian. Let's say you run container Red Hat. This is, for example, like each of the container, it will just take the advantage of 16 gig. But for VirtualBox, of course, this one, if you run by using Docker, it's gonna be really, really fast comparing to VirtualBox. But if you run on VirtualBox, let's say the VM1, you're running on Ubuntu, that's from 16 gig. You need to specify, let's say 4 gig, right? And VM2, let's say Debian, you need to specify another 4 gig. In this case, your overall CPU at the moment it's running under 8 gig, so that's why it's a bit slower. So that's the you know, the quick explanations of the Docker and VM. Does that make sense? Hopefully you guys will follow this concept. No. I mean, I'm saying when you run this one at the same time. Run. Speed up all of them at the same time. It will just take advantage if you're using Docker. You will once you play around with Docker, you will know exactly like how fast is it with Docker. Okay, I will get back to this one. Okay, so it's done, and now we need to run vi readme make install. This one, make install. Make install. Cool. CMake. Hopefully it's changed. Oops. Module directory not found. Okay, I think I missed something. Just give me a second. I'll try to local pin CMake there. I might need to close and rejoin the session. There you go. So I need to log out and log in again. And now I'm running on version 3.6. Hopefully that will. Oh, okay. Yep. Man, CMake. CMake pretty much. Yeah, you need to. That's a good question. So, in a nutshell, it's pretty much like a cross-platform makefile generator. And what is that? Okay, I'll show you. So I've already prepared this one. Well, let's makefile, CMake. I think CMake. So that inside the makefile, basically that's how you define. For example, like this is like a functions, and this is what you will. What are you gonna define as soon as you run the CMake? Just give me a second. I'll find the better sample. CMake. Okay. So normally, like you will. Normally you will, let's say, if you unzip the program, you will see the makefile, one of the makefile. If you unzip the file, I'm not too sure whether you can see the makefile in that CMake or not. I don't think so. Makefile, great makefile. No, but maybe in some other program, you might see the makefile. If you want to compile, the program from the source code, you might need this program called CMake. I'll show you how it works. So week 3, so hello world, CMake, wait. Oh no, CMake. No, that's. Okay, that's different. Never mind. Pretty much like that's make. The CMake, in some other programs, you might need to install the CMake in order for you to compile the overall program. So that's in a nutshell, pretty much. Does that make sense, Ian? But you can try to do some research on this one. Yeah. So normally, like if you want to install the program, you will need CMake, make, and GCC. That's normally like that. You will need 3 of them. But yeah, you can just do research on that one. Once you're ready to do your assignment, that's how you install. So yeah, I was thinking that we're gonna finish earlier than that, but yeah, that's good. Yeah, I've already ticked the box that yeah, I can deliver this additional materials, how to download, extract, compile, and install from the source code. which is good. So yeah, I think it's about it. It's about it for tonight. I will just quickly have a look. Did I miss something? No, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much just tonight is just the introductions for yeah, Raspberry Pi. Uh, any questions, or we can just sign off for tonight? Cool. So hopefully you can try yeah, you can try your Raspberry Pi. But I'm not too sure. Like I like all the retro game stuff. Uh, so yeah, I might just purchase another SD card for me to install the one of the operating systems to run all the retro games. You know, like Nintendo, that kind of game. Yeah, RetroPie. So yeah, if you've got a chance, just yeah, check it out. So I will just yeah, I think it's cool. Yay, that's good. That's good. I like Mario. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Mario. All right, guys, have a good night. I hope you have a good week ahead, and have a good night. And try your Raspberry if you got stuck. And yeah, Paul and myself and will be more than happy to assist and answer your questions. Thank you so much, and have a good night. Thank you all.